Good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here tonight. I have a full slate of muscle car show and tell entertainment for you tonight. We're going to begin in just a moment, but before we do, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to make a comment. Let me know where you're viewing this from. Let me know maybe what your muscle car is that you own, or if you don't own one, let me know what your favorite muscle car might be. Just leave a quick comment if you possibly could. I would really appreciate that. And let's get started. I have to thank everyone who has sent me footage this week. This thing is really starting to get some traction. I'm really excited. As I mentioned last week, this is a muscle car show and tell. So people are sending me video footage to show and tell on this podcast, and it's really starting to catch on. So thank you to everyone who has shared footage with me over the past week. Let's get right into that footage. What have we got first? We've got Alan, who sent me some footage of his 1968 Dodge Coronet. Let's take a look at that Coronet. Let me pull up that footage, and here it is right here.
Right here is a 1968 Coronet 440 with a 6.1 Hemi. 532 miles on the engine.
Well, cool. Thank you so much to Alan for sending that footage. As you saw, that car is for sale. So if you're curious about that car, just back the footage up, call the number on the screen, and Alan will be happy to assist you with that. And that's the nice thing about this show and tell is I do accept footage of cars for sale. I even accept footage from car dealers. So please, if you have a car for sale, send it all on to me. I'm going to pull up the email address. I wasn't ready with that. Here we go. The email address at the bottom of your screen is where you're going to send that footage. Now, if you're having trouble sending it to me directly, sending the file to me directly, there are a number of ways to do it, either with Dropbox or Google Drive. Click the link in the description for instructions, pardon me, on how to use Google Drive. That being said, let's take a quick look at some comments, and then we'll get right into the next video. Here we go. BCJ Vids. This must have been posted just before the podcast began. He says he can't wait for it to begin. And my wonderful girlfriend, Carlene Perry, is viewing right now. And she said, I sound great. Well, thank you so much, Carlene. I really appreciate it. Let's see what's next on the menu here. We have some footage from a car show in Bear Mountain, New York a few years ago. This is from the Generations Video File YouTube channel. And I thank them so much for sending this video footage to me. Let's take a look at it right now.
How you doing? My name is Matthew Serino. I'm from Bergen County, New Jersey. This is my 73 Pontiac Grand Am. I believe they made somewhere around 30,000 of these cars. This particular car here has a lot of options for the year. It's got the 455, air conditioning, factory power sunroof, power seats, power door locks, power windows. Pretty much I'm partial to this year car because my mother had one when I was growing up, and this is pretty much the car I was scooted around everywhere in. So I'm a big 73 Pontiac fan in general. And in addition to this car, I also have a 73 GTO as well. It's an original, solid, rust-free car that was, cosmetically redone. The interior is all original in it. The car itself has about 118 on it, and the whole drivetrain's been rebuilt in it. But it's a fun car, gets a lot of looks, and just here at the show having a good time with it.
My name is Steven Turiano, live in Monroe, New York. It's a 1970 Chevelle SS Pro Street, street legal, track legal, drive it anywhere. Got a nice heavy duty 454 engine in it with a small nitrous plate and a turbo 400 transmission with a 3200 stall speed converter, 49-inch rear, Curry third matter 373s, 31 spline Moser axles, and complete nose is fiberglass, back half tubbed, got a nice mural under the hood, custom paint, and it's one of a kind, custom. Here today at Bear Mountain State Park. I have motorcycles too, driving the 7 legs, and nice people run this show. About 15 years ago. I'm originally from Port Chester, New York.
Hi, good evening. My name is Greg McHugh. I'm from Harriman, New York. I'm the owner of this 1972 Plymouth Roadrunner GTX. It's a 1972. It's pretty rare in the fact that they did away with the GTX in '72, and the only way you could get a GTX designation was by ordering it at the 440 motor option. I've owned the vehicle for about a year. Found it in California on eBay. So I have a Duster, 72 Duster as well, 340 Duster.
Okay, Alan Peterson is my name. I'm from Cornwall, New York. This is a 1969 AMX. I bought it just a little bit over a year ago, 41,000 miles on the car. And I bought it from the second owner who did most of the work that you see on it. I have done some work. I've replaced the carburetors and got it back into a street-worthy condition, emergency brake cables and windshield wipers, things like that. This is only my second time here. You know, I really enjoy it, and I obviously get a lot of positive comments about this car because of the rarity. There was only 19,000 of these made over a 2.5-year period, and if you compare that to a typical Mustang or Chevelle where 500,000 cars were made each year, you just don't see these. And I had one in high school, sold it when I went into college because it wasn't an economical commuter car, and I've regretted it ever since. And I've literally looked for a replacement for 30 some odd years, but finally it's like, you know, I got to do this. I'm nearing retirement and I'm going to do it. So this is my pre-retirement vehicle.
And thank you so much to the Generations Video File YouTube channel for sharing that footage with us. That is from the Bear Mountain Muscle Car Show a few years ago. Some really nice cars in there. Before we get started, before we continue, I should say, let's take a look at this next graphic here. If you look at the link in the description, there are links to some free places to view and post cars and trucks for sale. Please take advantage of those. They're absolutely free. Now, what do we have next here on the menu? We have some footage sent to us by Dirk over at B&B Auto Sales. This is a 1973 Plymouth Roadrunner. Let's take a look. This car is for sale. This is for sale, by the way.
Hi, this is Dirk from B&B Auto Sales, and today we're going to give you a walk-around video of our 73 Plymouth Roadrunner, 340 4-speed, numbers matching, 323 rear end, super nice car, Arizona car. Like I said, it's just had an excellent restoration. Probably was done a year or two, because I'll show you a couple minor scratches on it and stuff, because the guy probably drove it. This 39,000 mile A code title Arizona car, and that means it's an actual mile car. So you can hear the buzzer working. Got a little gravel in it because it is spring here in South Dakota. But as far as the seats, there's no issues. Door panels are all good and nice. That's about enough of that, huh? Okay. Had some gauges added onto it. There's a reverse light. There's a 4-speed pistol grip shifter. Said it's a real road runner. Just a beautiful car. The B5 blue paint. Doors shut good. Like I said, here's one small scratch right here. But there aren't many. Bumper's all in good shape. If you see in the pictures, the trunk's been detailed and everything's good there. This must have happened where I bought it or on the transport. Nobody's fessing up to it. We will be popping that dent out and touching that up and buffing it down. So just letting you know we're really honest with our stuff, letting you know that'll be fixed as good as it can, but that will be one flaw on the car. Otherwise you really don't see, and as you can see, that's a new flaw. So somebody did that and they didn't quite tell me. So that's the way it goes, I guess. If you're looking for a beautiful car, this is a show quality car, or just drive and have some fun. If you see my video driving it, drives really good, goes down the road nice and straight. I'll also have a video of it running and showing you everything working. Has the beep beep horn and that works. So you can see the paint quality's got a good shine to it, and if you can see by the reflections of the trees, it's they did a nice job on it. So 605-695-7391 with any questions.
So thank you to Dirk for that footage of that 73 Roadrunner, and I really like the lines on that Roadrunner. Mopar really got it right with that one, as they did with most of them. But what do we have next here on the program? We have some footage from Franklin, Tennessee. This is a Cars and Coffee. This footage was sent to me from Legacy Studios Nash, the YouTube channel. Let's take a look. We're going to pull that footage up and take a look right now.
How you doing? My name is Matthew Serino. I'm from Bergen County, New Jersey. This is my 73 Pontiac Grand Am.
My mistake, folks. That was footage we just watched. Here's the footage from the Franklin, Tennessee Cars and Coffee. My apologies. So thank you so much for that footage from that Franklin, Tennessee car show. We really do appreciate it. In case you're just joining us, you're viewing the Muscle Car Show and Tell podcast. Now, show and tell means that I rely on people like you to send me footage from car shows, cruise nights, even the car that you have in your garage, whether it's for sale, not for sale, doesn't matter. But everyone here would love to see it. My goal with this podcast is to hold a mirror up to the muscle car hobby so we can all see what everyone is doing. And I rely on people like you to do that. I've got footage of my own from shows that I attend, but I rely mostly on footage from people like you. Now, if you're going to a show or if you're going to take a walk around video of the car in your driveway, all you need is your cell phone, and it's important to hold your cell phone horizontally like this for a wide shot, not vertically. It's very difficult for me to work with vertical footage. So I do ask you, if you're sending footage, when you're taking that footage, to hold the camera horizontally for a wide shot. Let's take a quick look at the video guidelines in case you're thinking about sending some footage to me. The real basic stuff: no nudity, profanity, religion, politics. Hold the camera horizontally for a wide shot, like I just mentioned. It's okay if the car in the video is for sale. It's also okay if you're sending this from a dealer. This is a show and tell podcast, so I do ask that you wait until the end of the video to mention that the car is for sale, and at that point discuss whatever you need to as far as price, terms, etc. Please keep the videos under 5 minutes in length. One car per video, but send as many videos as you like, as long as they're American cars from the mid-60s to the mid-80s. You can also send videos of modern muscle cars that have been manufactured through the years. This would be cars like Mustangs, Camaros, Challengers, Corvettes, etc. There's no charge for this because I'm looking for show and tell content that we can all enjoy here. And if you're going to send your footage, send it to me via Google Drive. There's a link in the description with instructions. And I'm also going to leave you here with my email address. This is where you're going to be sending that. And let me get rid of this graphic, and we're going to see what's next here on the podcast. We're going to go right into the next video. This is a video sent to me by Fred. This is his 1972 Chevy Chevelle, and this car is for sale. Let me find that video here, and we're going to take a look. So thank you so much to Fred for sending that footage of that 1972 Chevy Chevelle. If you're curious about that car, there is a link in the description, or his phone number is in the description, or you can just back up the video once this is over, find his number, and give him a call. So what else have we got here on the menu? We have some footage from a cruise night in Newport, Vermont, just this past Friday night. I had a chance to meet Laurie McMullen, and he was telling me about his 2012 Mustang 5.0. Let's take a look at that car right now.
Okay, this is a 2012 Mustang GT. It's got a 5.0 priority motor in it, about 420 horsepower.
Wow.
And I've had it for about 4 years. Got about 58,000 miles on it. And it's nice, runs good. Haven't had any problem. I've had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just love the car.
Good. Gets up and goes?
Oh yeah, it does.
Nice. Have you done any kind of aftermarket stuff to it?
There was Mark told me when I bought the car here that it was a car that they had in a casino for a grand prize.
Yeah.
That's why they put a lot of this stuff on. Like that. Spoiler.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Spoiler in the back.
Sure.
Those things on the back window. And I bought it from him. So it's just nothing spectacular about the motor at all. It's just
Sure. We're plenty fast, though.
oh yeah, more power than I ever need.
Sure. Sure.
It's been a good car.
Good deal. Now, what was your name?
Laurie McMullen.
Laurie McMullen. Nice to meet you. And you're from the area here?
Yep.
Good deal. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Steve Carpenter, and I'm the president of Cars of Yesteryear.
Yep.
And we do have a Facebook page, and we do have a website, carsofyesteryear.org, and it lists all of our events. Try to keep it up to date.
Nice. And then the Facebook page, you're searching for Cars of Yesteryear, or?
Yes, Cars of Yesteryear, you should find it.
Nice.
And she tries to get all events on there also.
Good.
So, we have a few events scheduled this year. So.
Good. Good. That was one sweet Mustang GT, and I thank Laurie for that, for participating in that interview. Also, I give a shout out to our friends at Hayes Ford. Here's a graphic for Hayes Ford in Newport, Vermont. If you're in the area and need sales, service, or anything else related to Ford vehicles, they are the people to call, and their number is on the screen. Also, thank you to the Cars of Yesteryear Car Club, who hosted that cruise night. Very nice to meet everyone. Had a great time. I have more footage from that event, by the way. So if you were there and you're wondering where's the interview that we did, that's coming up very soon, either next week or the week after. That's the nice thing about gathering all of these interviews, is it gives me content to have in this podcast for weeks to come. So your interview will be will appear in the coming weeks. So please look forward to that and check in here at this time slot every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And eventually your footage will appear on the podcast. So what do we have next? We have Bob's 2013 Dodge Challenger drop top, and this car is for sale. Now, unfortunately, the footage is low resolution footage, so it doesn't look as crisp as some of the other footage that we've been looking at, but nonetheless, this is a really, really nice car, and it is for sale. It's very unique as well. Let's take a look.
Here's a quick walk around 2013 Dodge Challenger RT custom convertible that has been converted all to red. 2019 Hellcat front and rear bumper, 24-inch front wheels, 26-inch rear wheels. Rear wheels are 13-inch wide, having the rear quarter panels accordingly flared out. The interior all red. Seats, dash, steering wheels, gear shift, everything. This car is currently for sale and ready to run.
So thank you to Bob for that footage. That is a beautiful Challenger, truly unique and custom. Very nice car. So if you're curious about that, give him a call. His number is in the description. And what do we have next? We have some footage that I took this weekend at a St. Albans, Vermont car show. This footage also includes an interview with Al Sprano. He had a 1966 Chevy Impala. Now, as I mentioned about the Newport, Vermont event, at the St. Albans event, I also gathered quite a few interviews there, and not all of them are going to appear tonight. I'm going to stretch them out over the coming weeks. So if you did an interview with me and you're wondering, why isn't that appearing tonight? Well, that's why. I like to stretch these out over a period of weeks. It gives me content for a number of weeks into the future. But tonight, we've got some walk-around footage and then an interview with Al Sprano. Let's take a look at that footage. Let me pull it up. And here it is right now. Beautiful.
Matching numbers car.
Matching numbers.
Matching numbers car. I've had it 12 years. It came out of Florida originally.
Florida, yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Have you had to do anything to it in the way of restoration or anything? Or?
I painted it and I rebuilt the motor. Everything else done.
Nice.
Just the way it was 50-something years ago.
Nice. You want to keep it as authentic as possible?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And what was your name?
Al Sprano.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
You too.
You from around here?
I'm from Richmond.
Richmond. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's a beautiful car. Chevrolet Impala. And what year is it?
66.
66. Wow. That is really nice. So thank you so much to Al for talking up that 66 Impala. That is truly a gorgeous example of a car from that era. And I thank you so much for that. And as I mentioned, if I did an interview with you that day and it didn't appear tonight, not to worry, it'll appear in a coming episode over the next few weeks. And I thank you also for doing that interview with me if you did an interview with me either Saturday or Friday night in Newport. Now, before we go to the next video, I wanted to call your attention to the rotating a banner above my head. Wanted to let you know that that space is for rent. You can have a banner for your business in that rotation, and it is very cost effective to do so. I can also do that in combination with a shout out video. I'll give you an example. If you send me some images or some video clips of your product or service, anything to do with your business, I can edit that together with some narration and some music and put it into a 60-second ad, just like the one I'm about to show you. Here's one. It's a shout out to our friend Dirk over at B&B Auto Sales. Let's take a look. I can do this for your business as well. I'd like to give a shout out to our friends at B&B Auto Sales in Brookings, South Dakota. B&B Auto Sales were founded in 1987, and their in-house service department gives each car a thorough 160-point inspection before it is offered for sale. B&B Auto Sales is very upfront about the vehicles they sell. Each vehicle includes a folder with documentation of the 160-point inspection as well as any service performed. B&B Auto Sales is also happy to assist with financing and shipping. Contact B&B Auto Sales today to learn about current inventory or visit them online at bnbautosales.com. Oh, and don't forget to search for B&B Auto Sales on Facebook. You saw it here. I can do the same thing for your business. All I need is some digital images, perhaps some video clips. I can edit that all together with some music and a narration and have an ad here on the podcast for your business at a very reasonable price. Also, there's the rotating banner above my head. You can have your ad in that rotation as well. So what do we have next on the podcast? We have a 1971 Dodge Charger Super Bee. Let me find that footage here and we'll take a look at that car right now. Now, did you notice that 6-pack air cleaner? There's a signature on there. That signature is by none other than Richard Petty, which really makes that car unique and desirable. That car is for sale. The phone number is in the description. You can also rewind this podcast after it's over and find the number from there as well. Let's take a look at what's next on the podcast. We have here's some footage from my friend Dan Befor. Now, Dan was able to attend the Bethlehem, New Hampshire cruise night this past Thursday night. Unfortunately, I had a conflict. I usually like to attend that show, but wasn't able to. But Dan came through in the clutch, and he got some footage for me, and I thank him so much for that. Let's take a look at Dan's footage right now.
Okay, here we have a 1971 Plymouth Scamp, and it's got a 408 in it, and it's Looks like a pretty fresh motor.
Yeah.
Not too many miles. And I'm filming this for Orin. This is Orin. Hi, Orin.
How you doing?
This car is actually for sale, and I'll get his phone number for you in a minute. But I just want to walk around the car and show it to you. It looks like a really nice clean car. It's got a really nice paint job on it. Interior is really sweet.
No, it is not. Don't ever call me that.
All right, let's take a look at this interior. This is really nice. Get back and get away from it a little bit. Anyways, yeah, this car is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the hood so we can see the hood. Whoop. All right, he can edit this anyway, so I'm going to ask you, what's your phone number if somebody wants to contact you?
It's 603-359-1298.
1298. Okay, somebody wants to contact you on this, they can do that. It looks like a nice clean car, boy. Up close and personal. Doesn't have evidence of a lot of body work or anything. It looks like a nice clean car. So there you have it. And I just asked him what he's asking for this car, and he's asking $15,900, which is a really good deal on this, I believe. And again, he said what his phone number was, so if you want to contact him, feel free to give him a call.
Cool. Yeah, thank you so much to Dan B4 for getting that footage for me. By the way, I have to give a shout out. Dan B4 has a body shop in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, and he does excellent work. I've seen some of his work, and it's top notch. So if you're ever in need of some body work and you're in or near St. Johnsbury, Vermont, Dan is the guy to call. And I thank him for getting that footage. By the way, that cruise night in Bethlehem, New Hampshire is a really nice event. They have it every other week throughout the summer. The next one is going to be this coming Thursday, the 28th, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. And that is put on by a couple of organizations. I'm going to put a graphic up. The first is the Above the Notch Car Club. This is a car club for automotive enthusiasts. All makes and models are welcome. Their email address is there on the screen. You can also search on Facebook for Above the Notch Car Club, and you'll find their Facebook page. Also, the other people hosting this event, this would be Beach Hill Automotive. My friend Phil, the owner of Beach Hill Automotive, is just across the street from where they have that cruise night. In fact, it's on his property, and he puts that on every other week throughout the summer months. Beach Hill Automotive, by the way, does restorations and maintenance and repair of muscle cars. So if you're ever in northern New Hampshire and needing some work, this is the place to call. The number is right there on the screen, and they are in Bethlehem, New Hampshire. So that is it for this evening. I thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. It really means a lot. Please, if you're enjoying this, share this with your friends, either on social media or in a private email. Anyone who you think might enjoy this, please share it with them to help get the word out. It doesn't cost you a cent, but it sure helps me to get the ball rolling with this podcast. And this is just the second episode, and the ball has already begun to roll. I'm so thankful to everyone who has sent footage for this week. Plus, I've had conversations with other people who are working on footage for future weeks. And I thank everyone so much for their participation on that. It really means a lot. This ball is beginning to roll even faster than I had hoped it would. So I thank everyone for that. Be sure to check in next week, wherever you're watching this. By the way, this podcast simulcasts in 4 different places on Facebook and YouTube. Wherever you're watching this, if you monitor this time slot next Thursday night at 9 p.m., we'll have another edition of the podcast. So please tune in and be sure to tell your friends about it. The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned, and we'll just get this ball rolling even faster. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you so much for viewing. Have a wonderful evening, and we will catch you on the other side.